So today we will learn about the best practices in the business rules. So everyone writes down the business rule, but they forgot some of the best practices which we need to follow while writing any kind of the business rules. So first of all, you need to identify that when to run the business rule. Here you can say the one field as a when, and there is a before, after, a sync at the display. These four options are visible, so you need to identify when to run the business rules. If you are running on the insert or on the update of the, means you need to perform any operations, suppose on the current incident table, then you can use this before insert or the update. So you need to identify when you need to run this business rule. So suppose if you wanted to update any kind of record outside of this incident table, means based on this incident table, but you need to update the RITM record or any problem record, then you can go ahead and do this as the after, and based on the insert on the update, and you can specify the conditions here. So the second best practice which we can discuss here is always use these filter conditions, so that this business rule will never run for each and every update or the insert whichever you have selected here. So always keep in mind that you need to select the conditions, otherwise this business rule runs every time and that will affect the system performance. After this, you need to understand that whenever you are writing any script here, then always enclose your script in function. Always written down the function and write down code in this function, so that it will keep your code within the function, and your code will never call from outside of this BR as well. I can see that many times people use this kind of means declare the variable like as suppose vargr, and if I'm press tab, then you will get this syntax. So here you can see that I'm using this gr, so avoid using this gr. If I'm using this gr and if I'm not including it in any kind of functions, then the gr object is accessible outside of this business rule as well, so it is globally accessible. So that's why whenever you are writing any kind of code within the business rule, make sure that you are including that code into this function. The next best practice which we can discuss here is this: while declaring the object of any glide record, don't use gr. As I said, that gr is accessible uh, overall the global, it is a global object, so it is accessible outside of this business rule as well. That's why avoid using this gr. The gr object is used in the many scripts. That's why always give the meaningful name. Suppose I'm gliding here screq item table, then you can simply write down here as a gritm or any name. So that will be the okay, and you can use that. The next, the next best practice which we can discuss here is don't call your business rule recursively. Avoid recursion in the business rules. So we will discuss how business rule call itself in the recursive manner. Suppose in when to run, if we select the before update, if we use this before update, and if we specify here if we update any kind of the field here, suppose the current dot description is equal to test, and if you return down here current dot update. So now what happens here is we are updating this description, and means we are setting the value for the description from here, and again we are updating this value using the current dot update. But here no need to write down this statement, because in the when to run, it is the business rule is before update. So whenever the business rule is before update, or before insert, then you are setting the values of this any kind of field before it is going into the database. That means before updating into the database. So if it is a before update, then you are setting this value as current dot description is equal to test. Then no need to write down the statement because the business rule will take care of this. Business rule will automatically update that because it is a before business rule. Then the next best practice as I can discuss is you can see here the tab as action. So as and when needed, you can use this action tab. No need to write down the code in the advanced tab as well. Suppose I wanted to set the description, for example, for this table. Then why to write down it in the advanced tab using the script? We can directly go here and search the description and two, and we can write down this test and we can update the description. So and as well we can add the message from here as well. We can abort the action from here as well. So if we are doing this kind of functionality from this action tab, then why to use the advanced tab and write down the script for it? So you can use this also. So whenever you can't able to write down the filter condition from here, suppose the fields are not visible here, then ServiceNow provides the conditional builder here as well. So you can write down the advanced conditions, or you can directly call the script include here and check the condition at the script include, and you can check everything. So it is the best practice that you can follow while writing the business rule. So these are all the best practices which I know. We will meet again in the next video. Thank you so much.